Hello everyone, welcome to the video channel for Guardian Angel Advisors. I am your host, Carl Demeilig, and today we are here with Ron Messimer. How you doing, Ron?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me today.
It's great to have him. I've known Ron for many years, a man of many talents. Some of them we shouldn't talk about. But from what I understand now, you help business owners find money.
Absolutely. It's incentive dollars, and every year, state, federal, and local incentives are going claimed to the tune of about $2 trillion.
Wow.
And all of those incentives are meant for Main Street America.
So this is money that could be mine if I just reached out and claimed it's already mine.
Absolutely. The fact that they are incentives means that they're not a loan, they're not a grant, you don't have to apply for them. All you do is actually reclaim them.
And what number is that? Does it depend on the industry?
If you're in business and you have employees, you might own a commercial piece of property to house your business. And if you're paying employee payroll tax, you're due money. If you're paying your regular income taxes as a business, you're due money. If you have a commercial piece of property, you're due money as well. There's other areas that we reclaim dollars for our clients, and but those are just about every area that you pay for services as a business. So services like merchant services, we find that more than 90% of our clients are overcharged.
That was my least favorite one.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you ever seen a merchant service invoice?
I used to have those, yeah.
Yeah, it's several pages long. It's like trying to decipher hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
And they purposely do it that way. And in talking to the merchant services, the ones that I've worked with, they actually overcharge on purpose. They're not going to tell you, but they know that people are going to come back and have their accounts audited.
Wow. And these businesses, are there only certain kinds, or does every business qualify if they have payroll, if they have business?
Every business qualifies.
Wow.
We typically are looking for businesses with 5 or more employees, but I have worked with contractors that they're the only ones in the business.
Okay. So this would work even someone who has a virtual office or no office, because they still have payroll and business expenses. It sounds like they probably take merchant services.
Absolutely.
Wow. Which one is your favorite incentive to get for people? Like the biggest shocker for the business owner?
That would be the cost segregation. So if a business owns a commercial piece of property, the depreciation on that property is usually over a 39.5-year period.
Wow.
So if you buy the property, let's say it's you buy it for $5 million, there's a certain percentage of that property that you can depreciate over that, like I said, 39.5-year period. So the IRS not only has a program that lowers that depreciation down to about 5%, it actually encourages it, down to 5 years from 39.5 years.
Wow.
So it's not the entire amount. What they do is we have engineers come in, take a look at what is the actual structure, and it removes everything else that is not the structure. So lights, wiring, floor coverings, window coverings, anything that is attached to the building that is not a part of the structure, you can reclassify, and at that point you can lower the the depreciation to 5 years as opposed to 39 and a half.
Wow. So you get more money back now to reinvest in your business so that you can grow faster.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And in many cases we've seen, it means the difference between cash flowing and not cash flowing those first 5 years as a business.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of work. I mean, you have the engineers come in, you probably need CPAs.
Mm-hmm.
So how much do you charge these business owners? A lot of money to do that?
Well, everything that we do, and we have about 30 different programs that we administer, everything that we do is done on a contingent basis. So, for instance, the cost segregation, we we have a ceiling to the amount that we charge, and that is 10%. And I would say about 60% of the cost segregation reports that we put together are below that 10%. So, and if we don't save them anything, we don't get charged, or they don't get charged.
Wow. So it's also in your best interest to find as much money for them as possible that they already have rights to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So who are your best candidates for services? I know we talked about new business owners and ones that own buildings. Some might not.
Mm-hmm.
Some might process high volume, low ticket item credit card purchases or low volume, high ticket. And I guess who would your best client be for finding money?
Well, because we have so many programs that are available, um, there's one side of it has to do with the hiring and the retention of employees. There are actually funds available for companies for hiring out of specific groups of people. There are other programs that are specifically for the retention of existing employees. So with everything that we've gone through this last year with the shutdowns, the federal government will pay up to $5,000 per employee for those employees that you've kept on payroll all the way through the shutdown.
Is that for all types of business entities, sole proprietor, LLCs, nonprofits?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Nonprofit is a little bit different, but there are specific programs that nonprofits are able to qualify for. And those programs have to do with the incentive that goes along with the employee payroll tax. Typically, a nonprofit is by its nature is not going to be paying income tax. So those programs that are incentives to the income tax don't apply.
They don't have those.
Right.
So they could probably still benefit from a merchant service audit because people do donate through credit cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Huh? Merchant service audit. We do a workers' comp audit, and we find again more than 80% of our clients are overcharged for that, and so we'll go back anywhere from 8. I've seen it go back 12 years.
Wow.
And it could be quite a big chunk of money for them.
So how happy are these business owners when you find 12 years worth of incentives?
So I sat down with it was a hospitality management company. They own and manage, I think it's 8 hotels in 3 different states. And the 3 partners were there. And we go through a real quick analysis of what the probability of what we could get back for them. The number came out with these folks of over $600,000. And I have never seen somebody laugh. He literally broke out in laughter.
Did you think it was a joke? Is that?
No, he was giddy with the amount of money that he was going to get back. They were going to get back.
So how hard was it for him to want to work with you after that?
Oh, he turned to his CPA, who was in the conversation as well, and he said, "Sign it. Do whatever you have to do. Make it happen."
Wow. So why couldn't that CPA find all that for him then?
Actually, CPAs can participate in it, but a CPA's position in the realm of business is not necessarily to manage these programs, because there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of programs that are available out there because they are on federal, state, and local levels. But so for them to understand the programs, understand the nuances as they pertain to each industry, as well as keep up on the how they are renewed and redone, sometimes on an annual basis. It would be like he would have to go back to school.
Oh.
And again, his position in the realm is to keep his clients from having to deal with the IRS on the audit level.
So they're not going to fire the CPA. In fact, the CPA still, do they have more work to do now, or
No, actually,
less?
it takes work off their plate. So what we do with the CPAs, we will bring them into the conversation. We will typically get the documents and information, data that we need to do our audits and do our studies and reports. We will go off and we'll do all the heavy lifting, take care of everything. Then we'll bring back to him or her, whatever documents and reports need to be presented to the IRS. So his work is actually doing exactly what he does already for his client. It's just it's giving to us the documents and data that we need, as opposed to giving it directly to the client.
So that sounds like an ideal power partner for you then. CPAs,
Absolutely.
everywhere.
We work with CPAs across the country. We're in all 50 states. I mean, if like I said, if a business pays income tax and pays employee payroll tax, we can work with them. And so all of those CPAs that work with our clients, they also have the same type of clients. The CPAs that I work with that typically are working with a contractor will have several contractors on as clients. And so we're able to actually help all of them. And that brings money to the table for their clients. And they're always happy to hear that.
Yeah, that's the favorite part of any business is more money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Do you have any closing thoughts on?
Actually, I do. There have been some programs that were highly publicized and used in the business world through the shutdown, and that I'm specifically talking about the PPP programs. And correctly used, that money when paying payroll and utilities and those specific areas that are stated in the PPP statutes, we're supposed after all that money is used, the client can go back to their banker to get that loan, what was a loan, actually turned into a grant.
Right.
Now, the IRS isn't really seeing it that way, unfortunately. So those funds that were used for, let's say, somebody used, it was supposed to be at least 60% for payroll. Let's say they used 100% of they got the $100,000. And it was supposed to be turned into a grant at that point. Well, now the IRS is seeing that as regular income and not a grant.
Hmm.
So you need to talk to your CPA, your accountant, whoever takes care of your taxes, but it really is a bit of a bit of a glitch, and it can cause big problems. So the good news about this, and the reason I bring it up, is that there are many areas in your business that you have incentive dollars available to you, and we can help you out there. So it may be able to offset that tax liability that you thought was going to be a grant. And it only takes about 10 minutes to find out how much you're due.
Wow, 10 minutes to find $600,000.
Yeah.
Wow. Alrighty, well, thank you, Ron, for coming on the show. How do people find you?
Easiest way, give me a call. Area code 831-435-0075. We do have a website, but the easiest way, just give me a call. Again, 831-435-0075.
And we'll be sure to have those links in the description below.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to having Ron come back and share additional programs that we didn't have time to cover today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. So if this was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, share with your entrepreneur friends so they can get $600,000 in, not literally 600,000 in 10 minutes. It depends. I don't want to get in trouble for saying that, but just please like, share, and subscribe with your business owner friends so that business owners can cash flow much better. Thank you.